What's up everyone, and welcome back to Supercar Street Racing, where we push tech and machines to the edge. And today we're taking a first look at the Oukitel WP100 Titan. This thing is an absolute beast. It's got a rugged build and a 22,000 milliamp hour battery. It's also got a cool camera setup that punches way above its weight. I'm just giving you a little bit of a taste of this now because in the full video coming up, we're gonna stress it, we're gonna test it, and see if it actually lives up to that Titan name. Now let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back to Supercar Street Racing, and before we dive straight in, we want to give a shout out to Oukitel, who is a long-term sponsor of the Supercar Street Racing channel. And they just dropped one of their craziest rugged phones directly on this channel, the WP100 Titan. Now let's break down what makes this thing such a monster. Now first up, let's talk about the battery in this thing. That is the largest battery ever created for a smartphone. Now what this means for us is when we're out there on those long days shooting on the road, like Las Vegas CES on January 6th through the 8th, we'll be there. We're gonna have the WP100 Titan with us. We won't have to worry about charging the phone for days. It's gonna be so nice to have that available. Now you would think with a phone with a battery this big, it would take forever to fill up, but this guy works very quickly and can fill up in a fraction of the time. That's perfect for us when we're jumping between shoots and we don't have time to charge, but more than a few minutes, this thing comes in clutch. Now, as usual with Oukitel phones, it has a rugged military build. It has IP68 ratings, IP69K ratings, and it has MIL STD 810H. And in plain English, it's dust-proof, drop-proof, and it's waterproof. Now, we've had phones die on shooting days before. It's not gonna happen with this one. Now, I've got it right here in front of me, and it has a 200 megapixel camera out back, and it does actually have night vision as well. This is perfect for both regular light and low light situations. Let's say we want to go on a car meet and we want to shoot some of it in a parking lot at night. We've got the perfect night vision right here for that. And it's even great for night drives. And another big one, the Media Dimensity chipset. This isn't some slow CPU in a rugged phone. Apps load fast, 4K playback is silky smooth, and even gaming won't choke you out on the WP100 Titan. And now let's talk a little bit about the display. This thing has a 6.78 FHD screen with a fast refresh rate. It's big, bright, and smooth. It's great for navigating, watching back footage, all when we're out scouting new production locations. Now something that I really like that Oukitel added to the phone is the dual frequency GPS and the expanded navigation suite. Let's say we're out in the middle of nowhere filming off-road shots or scouting new routes. This phone actually locks onto satellites faster and stays accurate even in wooded areas or around tall buildings. And it's one of those features you don't usually appreciate until you've been lost with no signal, which has definitely happened on this channel. Also, speaking of being out there, this thing also supports reverse charging. This thing isn't just for charging itself. This thing can top off cameras, mics, drone batteries, even another phone if somebody on the team needs charging. Plug it in right there and they can get a charge from you. So it basically doubles as a power bank for those days when you need it. Now let's talk a little bit about the durability. You can actually feel it when you pick it up, but this thing has an aluminum frame. It has shock absorbing corners right here, and it does have Gorilla Glass right out front. What that means is you can drop it, scrape it, slam it in a car door, whatever you want to try. This thing should be up for the task. It is definitely a beast. And trust me, with all the stuff we carry around this house, inevitably some things manage to hit the ground on a regular basis. And it's got this customizable side key right here, and you can actually program that to do anything you want. One thing that I like to do with mine is program it for the camera so that if I need the camera really quickly, all I gotta do is press this one button. Now the audio on this is surprisingly good as well. So that means when you're checking clips, watching playback, or just using these guys as a mini TV between breaks, it's actually enjoyable instead of sounding like a tin can. It's also hooked up connectivity wise. It uses Wi-Fi 6, NFC, Bluetooth, and it also supports global bands. So whether you're here in the States or out of the country, this thing has you covered. It does have a slot for an SD card, so you can go ahead and expand it to your needs. Now this feels like it was built with creators and explorers in mind. So coming up next, we're gonna go ahead and unbox this thing officially for you. We're gonna throw it outside to the Supercar Street Racing Garage Studio, where we're gonna unbox this thing and show you what's inside. Okay, directly in front of me, we have the Oukitel WP100 Titan that we're going to be unboxing today on Supercar Street Racing. Let's go ahead and get this thing out of the box. All their boxes look about the same. They all have like an AI logo. They tell you what kind of RAM and ROM are inside of it. They tell you the model number and that it is a 5G phone. Let's go ahead and crack this thing open now. We don't need this plastic where we're going. And right here in front of me is the WP100 Titan box, ready to be opened. There's not much on the back except the IMEI number and a little label, so we're not going to show that on camera, but let's get this thing all opened up now. And there is the fly and fresh Oukitel WP100 Titan in the case. It does have the Oukitel brand on the little cover. Now this thing is heavy, guys. Now I am telling you right now, this might be the heaviest smartphone that I have ever felt, and there is a reason behind that, and we will get to it in the unboxing video. But there is the WP100. Look, it is made of metal there. You can see, look at the buttons on the side here. Very cool. You can definitely tell this thing has some weight to it. You can see on the back it does have a camping light like the other phone did. You can see its triple camera system right there as well. Yeah, on the side there's your card slot right there. There's some buttons and there's some more buttons down here. There's a USB Type-C port right there, and I would say, I don't know the exact weight. If I had to guess, I would say a pound or more, and we're going to get into why that is when we get into the specs of this awesome phone. But yeah, for right now, this is the WP100 Titan, and what else is inside the box is a user manual, and there is a charger down at the bottom here. There's a warranty certificate, there's a USB Type-C, and yes, they do actually give you a charger brick, which Samsung is not doing anymore. So that is it for the WP100 Titan. Let's get that thing back in the plastic now. It's very heavy and very solid. What a phone. This thing looks like it could last through a war. All right, you can tell we're in the dark home theater room because you can't see anything. So if we go to the home screen here on the phone, you can see there's a little projector icon. We can just tap that. And look at this. We actually have projected the phone onto the screen. Now notice it's much wider. You can actually see light on the edges of the square. There's our video. It's pretty small. I'm sure we could back up a little bit and make it bigger. This is what we just shot. Now let's look at it in regular light. You can see right here, it is shining directly on the wall right there. On the side of the phone here, right on this side, there are two little buttons that control the focus. You can see right there, it's in focus, out of focus, but I can actually do it myself with the buttons, which makes that much better than what we were looking at before. That's the only controls that I could find. It does tend to autofocus, but at the same time, if you fine tune it, you can use the buttons there to get it out of focus. And I tell you what, I think that projector feature is really cool. I am really hyped to actually use this in a certain number of different ways, and I just wanted to make sure you guys saw that, and it looks actually really good even in broad daylight. All right guys, now that we have the Oukitel totally unboxed, you guys can see what this thing brings to the table, and it's no joke. This thing feels like a tank, but it's also modern enough looking that it doesn't feel like you're carrying around a brick all the time. Those buttons feel solid, that battery gives it some weight, and that rugged frame tells you you're not carrying around your ordinary everyday smartphone. You got all the essentials in the box. You guys saw this. You got your paperwork, you got your charger and your USB cable. But the star of the show is the hardware itself, the reinforced casing, the high resolution camera, and the built-in projector system. This phone is clearly designed for people who use their gear hard. But let's not waste any time. You know this channel, you know our mission. We don't just accept claims, we're gonna go test them. Now let's put the Titan through its paces and see what it can really handle. So up next, we're gonna do those famous waterproof tests. We're gonna do a drop test. Let's get to it. Okay, we are with the WP100 Titan, and I did locate this thing called underwater mode. We're gonna drop it in just like this. Let's see. I'm walking around with it in the net. It is completely submerged. The bottom, you guys can see it just as well as I can. It's at the bottom of the pool almost. There's maybe a foot left before it's at the bottom, and it is coming back up to the top. There's our phone. I don't know when it stopped recording. It is recording still. It's recording. All right, great. All right, we put the WP100 Titan through our normal test in the battery test, a whopping 47 hours playing back on YouTube, and we still had some percentage left. In the drop test, we dropped it 3 times from 5 feet, right on the screen, no issues whatsoever. It performed well in this test as well, as do all the Oukitel phones. And in the water test, we drug it through the pool. You guys saw the results. We drug it all the way through the pool, and the screen came right back on when we were done doing that as well. And in the performance area, we did 3D Mark and we did Geekbench. In 3D Mark, it did well as well. 355 on Wildlife, 1050 single core, 3100 multi-core on Geekbench. All right, guys, we're back here in Studio B, and that's going to wrap up the Oukitel WP100 Titan review. This thing is an absolute beast. It is very heavy because it has a 33,000 milliamp hour battery. It has a projector, which is very cool, 1200 lumen camping light, and it does pretty much everything. Has a very nice camera, very detailed, great color. Loved all the pictures and photographs from the camera as well. You're going to see some of that at the end of the video here. But that's going to do it. Go ahead and order your WP100 Titan from the link in the description. And thank you, Oukitel, for being a long-term sponsor. We got to get out of here, though. We got 1,000 other phones to review right now. All right, we're out here taking video now on the WP100 Titan. We got it set for 4K, 30 frames per second. This is the compound here, and you can see the alligator right there chilling, so fresh and so fly. And I just wanted to get you guys an idea of what the video quality was like. But yes, there is the alligator right there. There is the compound. There's some green grass for you guys. There is the pool, should be looking nice and blue. There is the pool tile. And then of course, we want to go ahead and look at some red colors. There's some nice reds and purples for you, and another look at the compound on the WP100. Let's get some pictures as well. Okay, I wanted to give you guys some more of the capability of the night vision of the WP100 Titan. Check this out. This is my completely dark garage. The sun is barely coming up right now. This, on a regular camera, you can't see this at all. But on the WP100 Titan, check it out. You can make out the golf cart right there. You can make out the scooters right there. No problem. Look at that. You can make out the actual posters where there's no light hardly at all in here. So that is the WP100 night vision. Before it gets daylight here, we want to show you the WP100 Titan's camping light. So here's the controls for it. You just click full. Look how bright that is. That is lighting up the whole area here. Check it out. Now I'm recording this on the Samsung, but you can see it's still dark out here. And looking at the camping light, look how bright this thing is. So for example, I always go into my shed here. It'd be super convenient since my phone is already on my body. If I had this camping light, look at this. This thing lights up the entire shed. How cool is that? On the WP100 Titan, the camping light. But look at that. Awesome light, man. Check it out. No light, light. Let's go out here on the dock. Here's the dock with no light. And then, of course, all lit up by the WP100. We are back looking at the WP100 Titan. I just wanted to show you guys how the projector on the phone looks in a real theater room. This is my theater room, completely dark. Okay, that was my channel on the WP100 Titan and projected up onto the home theater screen.